Okay, peeps, good evening. It's Rob Coletti back doing another bomb ass video. Look, I understand, totally understand if you watched the last video in reference to why illegal aliens are just not they're just the whole thing here where why how Biden's telling encouraging people to cross the border and and companies are giving them jobs and you know everybody's just all giddy about this and meantime there's a price to be paid. Somebody's got to suffer because it's not endless resources. And so who suffers? It's the American taxpayer. That's who. They're taking up jobs. They're doing a bad job because, as usual, they came from a shitty country. And that's why they're here. Because this is not a shitty country. Came from a shitty country. And the reason it's shitty, they have things built up there. They have big companies. The people are horrible. That's why it's a shitty country. Why don't you just say what it is? Which goes back to what I was trying to say in the other video. What I did say. I'm going to say it again. So, and when I made reference to Jubilee, William J. Barber II, wearing his purple, God knows who he has sex with. Keep your kids away from this guy. My whole point is this. Look, let's be real here. Yes, Christians are grafted in. You don't have to be an Israelite of the past in good standing with the Levitical priests. No, you have to be in good standing with Jesus. That's the new covenant. Does that mean you have to come from America? If you're going to dip into the American taxpayers' pool, you're going to have to be in good standing according to American law. Jesus isn't the ruler here. Jesus' kingdom hasn't come. He's in your heart if you're a Christian. So you live accordingly. But we have good laws. But we have lousy people who want to go ahead and turn it into a twisted version of what America is. Democrats always try to twist it, because their party always represented people who, for whatever reason, were not in good standing. See, being in good standing as a citizen doesn't mean that you're some kind of coward or pussy or nothing like that. There's a time to stand up to the government. I agree with you. But stand up to the government because you don't like the law, the good laws, it just shows you're really dumb. And there's plenty of anarchists looking to just have anarchy because they don't want to believe in God. A lot of them want to believe in Satan. A lot of them believe in. They want to see if they can get into Hollywood and listen to everything that Rothschild say so they can rape children. I mean, it's a lot of sick friggin' puppies. If you know, and I'm sure, I don't care whether you came from a Christian background or not, if you grew up in America, even if your household is weird, it's wrong to rape anybody, but particularly a child. This is what this is your idea of success. Success, yeah, you should be successful. You should have a big following and a lot of money. You should be popular because you're going to rape kids and wear colorful shirts to make it marketable. This is what's going on in society today. It's so anti-God, it's not even funny. This is America. Christians are not the ones. Christian good sense, they're not the ones doing these things. They're hated and despised by the Rothschilds. Being hated by the Rothschilds is a good thing, because what it comes down to is all they want to do is degrade all the other families of the earth. They have a lot of nerve. I'm going to talk deep about this because people get in trouble talking about it. I'm going to talk about it. I'm tired of them messing with my life. They want me to jump through hoops. No, it doesn't work like that. I follow American law, and if American law is following certain rules that we meet in business, fine. But you're not going to degrade me as a person. I'm not going to tolerate it. No, that's just wrong. Let's just say this. The influence of the Rothschilds is found in a lot of things, and particularly the Democratic Party in effect on everything. And what happened to Donald Trump happened because, A, he's one of them. He's not a Rothschild. He's Donald Trump. He's not part of the banking family. As a matter of fact, he's related, like a lot of presidents, the majority of presidents are related to the British royal family of 1215. King John, the guy who penned the Magna Carta. But he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to. Magna Carta was just something that he didn't want to pen, but he had to, because he was facing possible insurrection. So, but Trump spoke about the Illuminati because they let him keep his money. Why? He played some ball with him. He kicked the Christians in the balls on Howard Stern's show back in '89. I know about that. You should know about that. You Christians who voted for him, I look at you like, I voted for him, even though he did that, because he offered us some good things, but I didn't forget what he said. He went back on anything, or he did something being dirty to us, I would turn on him, and that's what happened, and so I turned on him. Just that simple. Christians need to understand, like, this guy, literally, he handpicked the appointees for the Supreme Court, Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, and I thought it was their fault that they voted against defunding Planned Parenthood. It wasn't. Because they gave the states the right. Now, without Trump in office, they gave the states the right to go ahead and ignore Roe v. Wade. So it was obviously Donald Trump. Anyway, we're going to skip all that. We're going to move forward, I should say. So what I'm going to say is I'm not going off on a religious tangent or anything like that. That's not what I'm about. But understanding about Christ, yeah, you could be considered discriminated against, I guess, if you're a poor white, or that's not anti-Christian. Well, it can be. It depends upon how you behave. But LGBTQ, listen, if you're having sex with the same sex outside of marriage, God's not smiling at that. So all you people looking for liberation from these rules is just looking liberation from law.